on Twitch, and I'm testing the audio. Is the audio coming through? Check 1, 2, audio check. Yes, we have audio. Excellent. All right, now I'm not broadcasting to Dementia Radio tonight because Professor Incubus is on, but recording now.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast, brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hello, everybody. This is Devo Spice. Luke Ski is out doing stuff this evening, so it's just going to be me, and all of our interviews are pre-recorded, so it's just me. How about that? Welcome to episode 614 of the Funny Music Podcast. The title of tonight's episode is Sleep Decisions, and we'll see if I remember to work that into me talking to myself over the next however long this episode is going to go. So, we will have interviews with Mike Holt and Mikey Mason coming up later in the show. This show is from March 24th, 2022. Forgot to mention that. And let's do the catch-up thingy.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke failed and didn't show up.
Hey, what? Oh, he's right.
So, Twitch is saying we have 0 viewers, which I know is a lie because there's at least 2 people in the chat there, and I'm watching the stream. So, shows how much faith I put into them. Oh, you know what? I remember to put my name up on the screen. How about that? I never remember to put my name up on the screen. So yes, the reason we're recording this show on Wednesday, once again, 3rd week in a row, is because tomorrow on Thursday, I'm actually going to be in Rochester, New York, performing with Worm Quartet and Lex the Lexicon Artist and Schaefer the Dark Lord. So since I can't be on stage and on the FuMPCast at the same time, we're pre-recording it tonight. Unfortunately, Luke Ski was not available to join us. And then one of the other guys had to pre-record, and I was like, you know what, just pre-record everybody. We'll pre-record everything, and we'll do it live. So the main thing I've been up to this past week is 2 things. One, preparing for the show for tomorrow night, because I'm got to practice. It's been a while since I performed. And I'm also performing a couple of Worm Quartet songs with Shoebox. So I need to practice those and learn those, and it's going. I haven't gotten them fully memorized yet, but we'll see. And the other thing is the FuMP Volume 91, which was a goddamn nightmare. Oh my God, that was like pulling teeth. For some reason, the computer that I have dedicated to my CD printer, which is an old computer, it's an old MacBook Pro, it just decided to shit the bed. And I don't know what happened. But I have a rough idea, and I'll go into more detail on the Insider when I talk about it. But long story short, I ended up wiping the hard drive and reinstalling the operating system, which I don't think I've done in 15 years. I don't think I've done that level of, maintenance on a Mac in 15 years. So it was like I almost couldn't remember how to do it. Thankfully, that solved the problems and got the computer working again and got the printer working again and stuff. I actually tried hooking up that printer to this computer, but I can't because it's an old printer with a 32-bit driver, and the newer versions of the Mac OS don't run 32-bit anything. So the driver wouldn't work and the printer wouldn't print, and nothing came out. No CDs. So that's why the FuMP CDs have been slightly delayed this period. They all did go out yesterday. Well, most of them went out yesterday. I ran out of shipping supplies. That was the other thing. So the rest of them will go out probably Saturday. And hopefully that'll be the end of the CD problems. So let's move on to the first song of the week, followed by an interview with Mikey Mason. Here is Sorry, Mom.
They say the real miracle of Jesus was having 12 close friends in his 30s. Well, my friendships now are just figuring out whose turn it is to cancel plans. And I'm so tired all the time, and my back hurts all the time. And I just cleaned my whole house, and now it all needs cleaned again. And I finally understand what my mom was so upset about. I got a laundry pile and a real nice box I can't throw out. And I'm an adult now, so nobody can tell me what to do. Please tell me what to do. I'm always rushing to get somewhere I don't really wanna be. I used to sneak out to go party. I sneak out of parties now to go home. And I swear I haven't changed, but now everything is strange. And the front one on the right's my favorite burner on the stove. And I finally understand what my mom was so upset about. I got a bag of plastic bags and boxes that I can't throw out. And I'm an adult now, so nobody can tell me what to do. Please tell me what to do. I wanna be invited, but I just don't wanna go. My life is mostly paying bills and telling myself no. And deleting all these emails. I got 50 fucking Tupperwares and not one matching lid. I've got at least a couple boxes full of random power cords. And I don't wanna cook, but I can't afford to eat out. Got a mushy veggie pile in my refrigerator drawer. And I finally understand what my mom was so upset about. I got a bag of plastic bags and boxes that I can't throw out. And I'm an adult now, so nobody can tell me what to do. Please tell me what to do. Please tell me what to do. 'Cause I don't know what to do. Please tell me what to do. Sorry, Mom.
I'm here with Mikey Mason. Welcome back, Mikey.
Woo! Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, well, I wrote a bunch of serious songs, and then I got funny again.
Yeah, that'll happen. You're like, I'm tired of this serious crap. I need to make dick jokes again.
That's my life right there. Actually, occasionally you always come back to the dick. I don't believe I just said that. I mean, full circle around, man. I'm right back on the dick.
Yep.
You get off, but you hop back on it. This is not getting better.
It's really not.
I'm on the dick wagon now, and
So-
that's going to be
so-
another album, I think. The Dick Wagon.
Yeah. Speaking of dick, tell us about your mom.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Well, she's been dead since 2015. Oh, see, that comes in handy sometimes.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So I wrote this song called "Sorry, Mom," and I wrote it like every song I write. Well, pretty much every song I write. It was on my Patreon for months and months before it made an album, because I write at least a song a week. So when you write a song a week, you end up with at least 52 songs a year. And if you're going to put out 1 or 2 albums a year, you're not going to use all the songs. So it was sitting for a while in Patreon. I was playing it in live shows and I really loved it. And I wanted an excuse to fill out a comedy album with some of the stuff that I'd been backing up. So this is the first track off of that album, Widdershins, and it's just basically a song about coming to terms with your adulthood and realizing that you still don't know anything at all, really.
Yeah, I've discovered that adulting is mostly faking it.
Yeah, and yeah, and trying to look up the answers online.
Yeah. Thankfully, we have online. My parents didn't have that, luxury.
This is true. Yeah, they had bad advice from relatives and friends.
Yeah. And
We've
daytime
got
talk show.
Yeah, we got Mr. Google and Maury. Well, not anymore. He's
Not
retiring.
anymore.
But anyway. So yeah, that's what Sorry Mom's about. It's just about all of the things that the little small accumulations of emotion and particles that make up your life, and how it's weird, and how you have a favorite burner on the stove.
Yeah, and a bag of plastic bags, and a bunch of Tupperware with no matching lids. We have all that here too.
Everybody, and everybody is like, have you been watching me? No, I wrote this song about me. I don't even know your mom, and if I do, it's because we were on the dick wagon together. I don't know. I should shut up.
Yeah, it's remarkable how much of this song I can relate to. I'm looking at the lyrics now. The line about used to sneak out to go to parties. Now I sneak out of parties to go home.
Oh yeah, man, I love to ghost a party. I'm like, you get there and it's the right amount of people and you're really feeling it, and then like within 3 seconds there are too many people in the party, and you're like, yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom at the gas station 3 states away.
Yeah. You just slowly back towards the door. Like, oh, there's a cat over here I can pet. Hey, kitty.
Yeah. Was there somebody at the door? I'll check from the other side. And it's, I think there's someone in the bushes on the way to my car. And yeah, that's it gets too loud and I've got to go.
We just threw out the mushy veggie pile that was in our refrigerator like the other day. So
my wife calls those aspirational vegetables. They aspire to be something more, but they're really
these like used to be potatoes for the most part that just kind of compressed into something that was green and fuzzy and not edible.
And then there's a puddle of Lysol in the bottom of your veggie drawer, and then everything's new and bright again, and spring has returned.
Exactly.
But yeah.
So tell us about Widdershins.
So Widdershins is it's a return to my comedic roots. I'd been slowly creeping towards just to putting more and more serious songs, and I still write serious songs. It's just that I had I've been thinking about what is the Mikey Mason brand and all of that BS, and I realized that it's just what I want it to be. Whatever I want it to be, whatever I am, that's the Mikey Mason brand, honestly. Mm. And it may not sell a bunch of CDs, obviously, but but sorry, Mom. But I wish I was more successful for you. That's right. Anyway, but so I wanted to do something. I had all of these comedy songs, and because I had all these comedy songs sitting around, and I wanted to showcase them next to other comedy songs instead of having them contrast against something that was really heart-wrenching or heartfelt or just something that's blatantly sincere. While sometimes that works really well, a lot of people like my funnier stuff. So I figured that I would go back and do an album of funnier stuff and put the stuff that the material that I liked the best, or that I thought went together the best, not necessarily that I liked the best, the stuff I thought went together the best on it. Mm-hmm. And because, Widdershins means going counterclockwise or against the natural order of the sun, because my natural progression had been a progression towards more serious music and away from comedic music, I was like, well, this is me turning it back. This is me moving Widdershins. I'm moving around, counterclockwise, which is cool. It's fine. It's just a step back.
I'm glad you explained that, because my next question was, what the hell does Widdershins mean? I've never heard that word before. So
lots of pagans use the word, but I learned it from Terry Pratchett. I learned a lot of words from Terry Pratchett, which is, it's a great place to learn words. He's a great teacher.
It's a great name for an album. It's very Googleable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And but the downside is that there are no Terry Pratchett songs on it, and and B, there's nothing about paganism on it. And so people are gonna be like, "Oh, he did a pagan album. Oh, it's all." And then I did this album cover that doesn't look like a joke cover at all. It's really sincere and serious. It's just yellow and white, abstract paint, and the yellow's bleeding into the white.
Yeah.
And it looks like, oh, this is gonna be a really serious album. And then there's a song on it called Henry Cavill, which is literally about licking Henry Cavill.
Yes, which is one of my favorite songs on the album, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Just
So,
because
yeah.
I was like, what made him think of this? This is neat,
I'm pretty sure that song is coming up on the FuMP later, so I'll tell you the story behind that song when it comes.
Okay,
But
we'll talk
yeah.
about it then.
But yeah, I've already got that submitted. So Widdershins is just me celebrating being willing to be funny and silly. There are songs on it that are just outright silly, and I like them for it. Let me look at the list here, because for some reason I don't have the whole list memorized with my, by heart.
Well, once you put out more than like 2 albums, it becomes hard to remember what song goes on what album.
Yeah, this is my 13th.
Yeah.
There's America's Ass, which has been on the FuMP.
Yes.
Best Friends, which was on the FuMP. Repeat, which I believe was on the FuMP. And so, there's a love song on there called Say Goodbye. It's a breakup song, right? And it's like it's lyrics by Jim Steinman. It seems like a really sincere breakup song until you get to the chorus, which is, "You're the last French fry in the bottom of the bag." And it's just, it's a song about leaving, this is the end of the road, me and you're the last French fry
Yep.
in the bottom of the bag.
Yep. I love songs
so-
like that. Years ago, this guy I know who used to perform under the name None of the Above did a song called Donut, which was about how he had a donut and he doesn't have it anymore because he ate it. And now he's sad because he wants the donut.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh. That's
It's a great song.
Playing.
Yeah, it's a great song.
There's a song on there called "This Time's Gonna Be Different." It's about doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting completely different results. This time's gonna be different, and then
Which is the comedy musician's mantra.
Oh yeah. Say versus Stupid and No One Wants to Play with You are about role playing or about games. Stay versus Stupid is about role playing games, about how there's nothing you can do to save the game from yourself. Bad rolls are one thing, but your bad players are another. And then No One Wants to Play with You is about people who add house rules to games. When your game of life has STDs, maybe you've gone too far.
A bit, yeah.
Maybe that's why no one wants to play with you. So it's just this. Not every song's a laugh a minute. Every song was written with at least a tongue in cheek. So I'm super proud of it. It sounds great. I think it sounds great. It sounds better than much of my earlier stuff, at least.
It does. It does sound great. It's a great album.
So thank you. But no, I'm super happy with the album, and getting ready to throw myself into 4 or 5 more different projects. Getting ready to. I've already thrown myself into at least 2 of those 4 or 5 more different projects. So that's the way it works.
You're taking a page out of my playbook then.
Yeah, never not working, man. Never not working.
Yeah.
Even when I'm relaxing, something's going on in my head. I wish I could shut it off and just be dumb for a while. But I'm not done for a while. I'm just always doing something.
Are you performing out these days?
I am. I just got back from MarsCon in Williamsburg, Virginia, which was great. I'll be at VisionCon at the end of April, though I don't think I'll be performing there. I think I'm just there as a guest of a group with who got me a sales table. And my June is completely packed, wall-to-wall conventions. I'm going to be at Gen Con this year, Fear the Con in St. Louis. I'm going to be at Phoenix Con. I really need to get my schedule up on my website so that Lee can.
Yeah, you do.
pimp my stuff. But it's been such a dry run for so long that it was like, why update the website?
Yeah, I'm like easing back into, performing. I have a show tomorrow night, which is why we're pre-recording this now. So
yeah, no, the shows were great, and MarsCon was nuts because I think I did like 5 or 6 performances over the weekend, hour-long shows.
That's exhausting.
And but it was.
I'm going back to RavenCon, and I told them 2 shows. I can't do more than 2 shows because they had me do 3 last time I was there, and by the end of the 3rd one, I was just, I can't do anymore.
I always want at least 2 shows, but I have so much material and so, and I want to do I do a panel called Songs from the Vault, which are songs that have completely been unreleased. If you're a patron on Patreon, you might have heard them, but since I put out so much, you might have missed it as well. So it's I do, and so every song on that has never been released, and it's basically an hour-long pitch for why somebody should be on my Patreon, because. I mean, think about it. But I also get to perform stuff that I have no real reason to perform anywhere else. So, and songs that I would like, I do some silly parodies for my patrons that will never make an album ever. I did a parody of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher called Toss a Cookie to Santa, and over the holidays. And I got to do that. I did a rap song about pickles and called Clausen Man, and I performed that live with an acoustic guitar there, and it's not like I'm going to get a chance to play that during a show,
Yeah.
So
cool. So do you have anything you'd like to plug?
My Patreon, come to my website, mikeymason.com, go to my website, check out, I will make every effort to update my website today. And then patreon.com/Mikey Mason for $1 a month. As little as $1 a month, you can get a song every week. That's 52 songs a year for $12. You cannot buy an album at a store for $12. Most of the time you can't buy an album material online. Digitally download it for $12, but you can get 52 songs a year, at least 52, and I average between 62 and 68 a year since I started. Yeah, September of 2019 is when I started. I've averaged between 62 and 68 songs a year since then, because of things like February album writing month. So for $12, you can get at least 52 songs a year, and that's the base level. There's other stuff you can get at higher levels, but I wanted the bottom line to be of the real value, right? Yeah. I would rather have 1,000 people paying $1, and I don't have 1,000 people paying $1 yet. So everybody should pay $1 at least until there are 1,000 of you. But and then if you do a year in advance, you can get 15% off. So literally, it's less than $11 for 52 songs a year, and you just aren't going to get a better value than that. Look, even if most of those songs suck, you're going to get one good album worth of material out of that.
Yeah, totally.
So.
Cool.
And support somebody that you hopefully like enough.
Yes, exactly. That's the point of Patreon. Not that you're getting cool stuff. It's that you're supporting the people you like.
Right. Exactly. So that's it. Patreon.com/Mikey Mason, please. And if you don't support me, support an artist you do really, really love, because that's how, celebrate the things you love, because someday they'll be gone. So celebrate them while they're here. You know what I mean? Support them while they're here.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you, brother.
And we will catch you next time.
Yep.
This is the FuMP.
Naked from the waist down, I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. Feel the wind on my downstairs.
Begins really softly, then ends with a shout. Who can say it the last before chickening out? It goes penis, 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 penis.
Selfies, she won't use still flash or autofocus. She won't use filters. She thinks they're bogus. She will not rotate. She will not crop. She takes bad selfies and she will never stop. Hey!
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. TheFUMP.com.
Blocking every signal, a fancy metal wig, no, a shiny tin foil hat.
Time for funny music news. Something, something, something.
In the news, Shoebox of Worm Quartet is here for no reason whatsoever.
None. I've done nothing useful for the last week, so yeah, I have nothing to contribute other than being here. So here I am.
He is. So
I just said words.
You should say words. You know what you should say? You should say sleep decisions.
Sleep decisions?
There.
Okay.
Now we got that out of the way.
Didn't we?
So yes, I'm coming to Rochester. I'm going to see you tomorrow.
Oh my God, that's true.
This time tomorrow, we're going to be on stage rocking it, or you will. I'll be done by now.
So will I, actually.
Yeah, actually, you'll be done too.
We're part of the way through Lexus set at this point, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah. And that's tomorrow. For those of you in the Rochester area or who are willing to go to the Rochester area to see a bunch of stuff, that's Shape of the Dark Lord Lexicon artist Worm Quartet, and a brief opening set by the lovely Devo Spice at the Bug Jar in Rochester, New York. I am so looking forward to this. This is like the first time I've played the Bug Jar, as a full concert since like 3 days before the lockdown. I think just a few days before the lockdown.
Oh, I was checking my notes, and the last time I played the Bug Jar was when I opened with you for one of your CD release shows. It was like 2002. I think it was like 10 years ago.
Was it 2002 was not 10 years ago, just so you know.
It was 20 years ago. No, so it was 2012, because I know it was 10 years ago.
Right, yeah. That's how long it's been since Songs of the Maniacs, yeah.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
So how you been, dude?
Oh my God. Weird. Just weird. Like, I mean, that's you can't ask anybody that question anymore. Nobody has a good answer. It's everything's stupid all the time, and I'm part of that.
Lauren Mayer has a good answer, which is I'm fine with an asterisk.
Oh yeah. That's true. I heard that. That's neat.
You have a lot of Pac-Man stuff on your wall.
Holy crap, where'd that come from? Yeah, that's one of those things. You didn't know that about me, did you? I like Pac-Man.
No, apparently you like Pac-Man. I did not know that about you.
I do. I mean, I'm repping it on the shirt, and I didn't even think about it. So.
Nice. I don't even know what shirt I'm wearing. What the hell shirt am I wearing? Oh, my Doctor Who Weeping Angel shirt.
Okay.
It glows in the dark. There's if you light it up like right here, a Weeping Angel face appears when it gets dark.
I told you about that shirt.
So you are the reason. You are the reason this shirt is on my body right now. And speaking of shirts, I want that adventure shirt. So if they still sell that, I want that.
Okay. I've had that for several years. I got it on clearance, so I don't know if it still exists or not. It may. Mine certainly exists.
For those of you listening at home, it's an Atari 2600 Adventure T-shirt. And
it is. That
was my favorite game for tied very closely with Kaboom. I don't know which one I like better. It depends on the day. But yeah, a Kaboom and an Adventure were my jams on the Atari.
Two very, very excellent games.
Nice.
So, yeah. Other than that, I still have a job, so that's a plus. I still have a family and all that crap. My son just got accepted to college because that's how old I am now. And I got a new album coming out this year, like for real this time.
We'll see. You keep saying that. You've said that.
You get to be on it.
I know. I'm excited. First time ever on a Worm Quartet album, other than that bonus track where I was calling you begging to be on the album.
What is that? And Pac-Man is on our Pac-Man thing is on the Pac-Man EP, but that's that's you. That's a you song that I stole for reasons of putting another Pac-Man song in the Pac-Man EP.
You did.
I did.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to do the news. I should probably let you take off because I know you're doing stuff.
Am I? Yeah, I'm eating raspberries. These are awesome. You should try these. I'll try to save you some.
Okay. Don't bother. I don't like raspberries.
You don't?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to eat all of them before you get here then to save you from them.
Eat all of them.
And I'm working on shaving the cats right now so that you won't have to worry about the dander.
Okay.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
You're shaving them right where I'm going to be sleeping, right? Like on the floor, and so I'm going to be sleeping on a pile of shaved cat hair. That's.
Well, no, I had a bunch. I've been saving my peanut shells for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Even better. Yeah.
Right.
How much did Jen pay you for that?
Allergies.
Yeah. Jen desperately wants to get a cat, and I keep telling her, you want to get a cat, you got to get rid of me first. That's the deal.
Okay.
And she's like, yeah. She's like, I'll keep trying, and you won't go away. So,
well, they got the hypoallergenic cats. That's real. You can actually get cats that are not.
Now, are
don't
those
have the allergens?
Are those the hairless ones, or are those like real cats?
No, I think the hairless ones actually. You might. I don't know if they're still allergy things or not, but I know Rand and Aaron actually have a cat who is one of the hypoallergenic thingies. So
neat.
I don't know how you do that. If it's like there's like a demagnetizer kind of thing for dander or what. That's what I figure. Is there's just this thing. You just rub the cat against the magnet the right way, and then it doesn't do it. I don't know.
I guess maybe yes. Science. We can make hypoallergenic cats, and we can't prove to people that the Earth isn't flat. What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna sing about it and hope for the best.
We are gonna sing about it, and hopefully I won't screw it up too bad.
Oh yes.
Of course, I was thinking I could probably just go and have the same effect because nobody will be able to understand.
I think they'll figure it out. It's an audience of nerds. They're used to listen. There's a nerdcore audience. They're used to listening to a whole lot of words real fast that actually mean something. So yes. I think they'll be able to handle it.
Okay.
I think they'll handle it as long as we say things properly and I don't just.
Yeah, I'll try not to do that.
But I've been practicing, as you can tell, by the fact that I'm freshly showered. I hope I make enough in merch sales to actually pay for my water bill because I've been practicing often and I sweat when I practice. So yes,
I've been practicing often too. I have I put it away. I have a cheat sheet for Poncho because I can't remember what order the choruses go in. So
totally fine. I have a stage full of things you can tape it to.
Okay.
Right. I'm hoping to. It's not my stage. It's the Bugbear stage.
Well, I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to do the news,
yes.
Which I know you don't care about, so I'm going to let you go.
I don't care about anything.
Stupid happenings. Care not.
All right, thank you for having me on here for no good reason whatsoever, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, I will see you tomorrow.
Bye, fun people.
Bye. All right, in the news for real this time. The FuMP Volume 91 is now available, featuring all of the songs from January and February. The cover is a cartoon of the Yappy Dog inspired by Steve Goody's song of the same name. The cute little Yappy Dog drawing I did. Features songs by Ethan Moyer, Power Salad, Lauren Mayer, TV's Kyle, Worm Quartet, and more, plus a half-hour interview with Insane Ian and Carrie Dalby about the song It's Hard Out Here for a Temp, plus their experiences working as temps over the years. It's available now on CD or as a digital download from thefump.com. It will show up on the streaming platform shortly. CDs went out to subscribers yesterday. Well, most of them did. The rest will go out probably Saturday. All right. Weird Al Yankovic now appears as one of the guests on AmericanGreetings.com doing celebrity greeting cards. AmericanGreetings.com just started doing these things they call smash-ups, where you put in the recipient's name and, in Al's case, the age, and you're selecting from a list, and the server assembles the various bits of the video and puts it all together. Weird Al is one of a dozen celebrities they currently have signed up for this. I think the way it works is Al recorded like all the names and all the ages and stuff, and then the server, picks the ones that you put in and plays the final video for you. The end result is actually really impressive. It's totally seamless. Since you have to select your name from a list, if you have a less common name, you may be out of luck. But you can go to AmericanGreetings.com and click on artists. Other celebrities they have up there now include Dolly Parton, Shaq, and William Shatner. So there's some interesting stuff up there. And the FuMP newsletter went out yesterday, which features stories on the FuMP Volume 91, the MarsCon wrap-up, Logan winners, new releases, and more. If you're not on our mailing list, you can read it online at tiny.cc/FuMP0322 for March of 2022. tiny.cc/FuMP0322. All right, tour dates. On Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goody hosting at the Bluebird. On Tuesdays online, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On Thursdays online, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel. That Saturday concert from Amy Englehart was last week. On the 24th in Rochester, New York, Worm Quartet with Devo Spice opening for Schaefer the Dark Lord and Lex the Lexicon Artist. On the 24th online, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On the 25th in Modesto, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. The 25th and 26th in Kenosha, Wisconsin, The First Rule. The 25th and 26th in Ewing, New Jersey, Larry Tritel. The 26th in Piscataway, New Jersey, Carla Ulbrich. The 1st through the 3rd of April in Parsippany, New Jersey, The Gothsicles. That's a convention called Dark Side of the Con. On the 2nd in Santa Cruz, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. And on the 3rd online, the Consortium of Genius. All right, birthdays coming up on March 27th. Bonnie Gordon of the Library Bards. And coming up on the 30th, Michael William Hunter. So happy birthday, folks. All right, our second song of the week is by newcomer Mike Holt. Here is 23 and Me.
Oh, me name is Paddy Murphy. I'm Irish through and through. Drink me pints with the boys in the pub. Well, surely what I do. And if I cut me finger, you see that I bleed green. For I'm the truest Irishman that you have ever seen. One day me wife said, Paddy, wouldn't it be grand to learn that we're related to the kings of Ireland? To be the talk down at the hall, such a pedigree. Let's mail away a sample of 23 and me. 23 and me, me boy, 23 and me. Let's mail away a sample of 23 and me. 23 and me, me lad, 23 and me. You just spit in a cup and send it off to learn our history. So we sent away a sample to check our DNA. I told my friends it won't be long, we'll be hearing any day. Then one night I came from work, my wife was at the door. She said, sit down here, Paddy, this'll shake you to the core. 23 and me, me boys, 23 and me. We mailed away a sample of 23 and me. 23 and me, me lads, 23 and me. Looks like we got an answer from 23 and me. I could tell that it was serious by the look upon her face. She handed me a letter and my heart began to race. I stared down at the paper, not believing what it was saying. Her chart said partly Irish, but mostly French-Canadian. 23 and me, me boys, 23 and me. We mailed away a sample of 23 and me. 23 and me, me lads, 23 and me. You just spit in a cup and send it off to learn our history. I always thought me roots were in the land of Innisfree. until I got a letter from 23andMe. Till I got a letter from 23andMe.
Oh wait, let me change that to speaker. I'm here with Mike Holt. How you doing, Mike?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, since this is your first time on the FuMPCast, why don't you give us the full introduction, who you are, where you're from, what you do, all that good stuff.
My name's Mike Holt. I'm from Albany, New York, upstate New York. I am a professional engineer that retired a couple of years ago, and now I do a lot of music on the side, and just recorded a CD last year with a few friends, and so just kind of doing what I want to do now. So
that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I figure I'll be able to retire for about 6 months, and then I'm just going to have to die. So
okay, well.
So I got 6 months to really live it up.
There you go. Yeah. Save
That's
up.
my plan.
Yeah.
So tell us about this song 23andMe.
Yeah, it was funny. It was around St. Patrick's Day, and I called my sister, and she was telling me how her husband had got a DNA kit for Christmas, right? And he hadn't done it yet. And he's very Italian, right? So I said, wouldn't it be funny if he got the results and he wasn't Italian? He was like Lithuanian or something, right? And she goes, oh my God, he would flip, right? I said, well, let's fake the report. He'll never know, right? He's not a tech guy, right? We'll just put it up, we'll make something up, right? So then when I hung up with her, I started thinking about, I wanted to write an Irish song. It was around St. Patrick's Day. And I started thinking about, wouldn't it be funny if an Irishman found out that maybe he wasn't as Irish as he thought. And actually, my father's side is Irish, but my mother's side came from France through Quebec and then down into New England. And she used to always say to me, how come you're always embracing your Irish side more than your French side? And so I sort of wrote this song thinking of her at the same time. So
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's funny because I've heard of this happening quite a bit, and I actually, on my list of song ideas, is a song about 23andMe, and then you're not getting the results that you want, because I've heard of multiple people finding out that like their father is not their father, or things like that. I just read a story last week where a couple found out that they're actually related. They're like second cousins or something like that, because their great grandfather cheated or great grandmother cheated, and they it was a whole thing. So it happens.
Yeah, I actually, so after that I did a 23andMe thing myself. And I am a lot more Irish according to the DNA than I am French, but it was interesting. They do updates every now and then, and your percentages will change a little bit. And then they start looking at these odd genes, and apparently there's a gene that says that you can sing on key or not, and I'm positive for that. So that's a good thing.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. I was like, how could this really be legit? But anyways, at least I wasn't negative. So
I'm pretty sure I do not have that gene.
Okay.
Or anything related to it.
So so music is kind of one of my main hobbies right now, and really liking it. So
is this like the style of music that you normally do, like this type of like I guess folk music?
Yeah, it's funny, most of my songs are written about either experiences that I had or a funny story somebody tells me. So about half of my songs are actually humorous.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think they are, and the other ones are more serious, more folky, try to be a little bit more serious about things. But I'm mostly a folk singer. I'm in a group called Frettin' Old Guys, and we sing a lot of Dylan and Lightfoot and songs like that, and then we interject our own songs as well, and we play a lot of farmers markets and fairs and things like that during the summer, so it's pretty fun.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah. I could picture you guys performing at like at a county fair. We have a fair that I take the kids to every year around here. They always have that type of music going.
Yeah, and it's it's kind of low key, but it's also it's really fun. I mean, you don't have necessarily a captive audience, but the people that want to listen to you stop, and the people that don't, keep on going.
Yeah.
So it's a good time.
So you switch between humorous and serious songs. Is there one that you prefer over the other, or is it just whatever happens to strike your fancy that day?
It kind of whatever happens. During the pandemic, I think most singer-songwriters wrote pandemic songs, and I wrote a funny song, and then I felt kind of bad about it, and I wrote a serious song. So, you know, it kind of flip-flops back and forth. Sometimes I go, well, I've written 2 serious songs, I need another funny one, or vice versa. So, but it all kind of depends on, you know, I have, you know, probably 20 ongoing songs in my phone that I get an idea, write a few things, maybe write a lyric or 2, and then I'll either go back to it or maybe never. But yeah, so it, you know, like I said, it's sort of an ongoing thing, and I never know what's going to happen. So.
Is this is music new to you, or have you done it your whole life and just now focused on it?
Well, you know, I've been playing guitar since I was a teenager. You know, I thought if I played guitar, I could, you know, get girls, you know, and that worked. Well, sort of, not as much as I would hope, but I really always loved to sing, and back in the day, you know, if you just sang, it wasn't cool, but if you played guitar and sang, you were cool. So I've done it all along, but then I joined the band that I'm in, and a couple of the guys, you know, were songwriters as well, and I started. I'd written a few songs, but I really started writing most of my songs about 6 or 7 years ago, and just kind of kept going with it. So, like I said, it's a fun pastime, and now I have more time to concentrate on that with kids growing up and not working every day. So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So you mentioned in our emails that you have an album out.
Yes, it's called Bigfoot, Beavers, and Bears Oh My, sort of a takeoff of The Wizard of Oz. And there's a song about Bigfoot, there's a song about beavers, and there's a song about bears on there. So those are 3 of the funny songs. So about half of it is funny and half of it's serious. And yeah, we recorded it during the pandemic in my Glade Studios, which is my living room, with a couple of friends of mine that are really talented musicians and singers. So I said, hey, you guys want to get together and record some of these songs? And, you know, we have a pretty professional mixer we use with the band. And then my friend's a whiz. Pete, my manager, is a whiz with a garage band. So he was able to mix things and, you know, take out the flubs and add in, you know, but it's all us. There's no fake instruments or anything like that. It's just us singing and playing. So
nice.
But that was pretty rewarding for us. And then we did a video last year on one of my better songs that another friend of ours in the band had this really expensive camcorder, and he said he never used it. And I said, well, not camcorder, you know, some recording camera, right? And I said, well, come. He's very artistic, and I said, well, come and record this. I want to do a video. I've never done that before, so it really came out really well. So that's on my YouTube page. All these songs, or most of these songs, are on my YouTube page, and you know, so I make little videos. You know, some of them are, you know, just sort of so that people aren't just listening to a song; they got something to look at. You know, and some of it's funny, and some of it's hopefully inspiring. So, anyway,
that's great.
Yeah.
Do you have a website or something you could plug?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I don't have enough followers, I think, to get my own official easy link. So if you go to YouTube and you Google Mike Holt Bigfoot Blues, that'll take you to my site. That's the easiest way to get there.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. So,
all right. Well, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to whatever you send our way in the future.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, this is fun.
All right, catch you later.
Yep, bye-bye.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback.
Feedback.
You know that segment of the show we do about now?
Feedback.
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 For who could ever learn to love a beast?
Father Beast wrote, progressing with my continual drifting away from being in touch with pop culture, kind of like the first time that I heard a Weird Al polka, in which I did not know a single song on the polka. Angry White Boy Polka was that for me. Well, that has now happened with an Insane Ian video game medley. One of the songs I knew neither the original song being parodied or the game being referenced. It's the one about the ninja stuff. Is there a game called Ninja Bad Guy or something? I believe the song you're referring to is, the song is Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, and Ian's parody of it is called Bad Dudes, which is about an old video game called Bad Dudes, it's one of those side-scrolling beat-em-up games where you just walking down the street beating the crap out of everyone who comes by. I know it was available for the NES. I think it was a cabinet in the arcades as well, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, it was a fun game if you're into that type of beat 'em up type stuff. All right, so that is all the feedback we got this week. So
teasing, he's a teasing kind of guy. Now you have a job.
Yeah. Tomorrow's song is by Howie Newman. Howie Newman is the guy who did the song "Where Is Everybody" from a couple of CDs ago. And Tuesday's song is by the Knuckleheads. And next week's Spotify playlist topic, I'm going to go with Springtime. I was going to do it last week, but then Luke suggested I do the car accident, so I did the car accident. So Springtime this week. Springtime it is. All right, that is it for this show. Mikey Mason is at mikeymason.com. Mike Holt is on YouTube. And that's about it. If anybody's going to be in Rochester tomorrow night, be sure to come say hi. I'll be performing with Shoebox, opening for Lex the Lexicon Artist and Schaefer the Dark Lord, and really looking forward to this show. It's been a while since I've done a good club show. All right. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice. Hopefully next week we'll be back on normal on Thursdays with Luke Ski. And see you then.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Shout it to random people on the street. And be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
I like Pac-Man too.